Alright, we're back on this again. Day 3 or 4, I forget. So, anyway, another day of drying. So now that one's dry. So it's all sealed up. So today we're going to go ahead and finish this up. It's just a matter of putting accessory stuff on now. That'd be called sprocket, shifter, and kicker. Minor stuff you don't need very much, right? Okay, start with the sprocket. Take our nut off. Jam it 2 gears so it's locked solid. Sprocket right here. Got a little bit of rust buildup on that. Yeah, blowing up a little bit too far. A lot of rust. Alright. So we're going there. Snug fit. Alright. The seal on this is missing. Got all eaten up. The main shaft broke. Okay, this is our tool. Don't need that no more. Okay, let's see if we got a seal for this. And I pulled the seals upstairs, didn't I? Wonderful. That was thinking ahead. Alright, and we're not going to do that right now. We'll go over here, finish this side of the tranny up. So we're going to put the lock tab on the counter shaft. Make sure it's good and tight. I know it is, but just double check it to make sure. Doesn't hurt to double check. It's tight. Shock. Alright, blow that back a little bit. Okay, we got a lock tab we got to fold over. Looks like this side's a good one to use. Get started. Another pair of pliers and finish it. Go. Big one's already done. Alright, so now we got to tighten these screws up here. We got 3 Phillips and 1 straight. So we got 2 different bits here to use on our impact knocker. So, I can lay this on the side here a little bit. Get this out of the way. Use a straight one first. And Phillips. Tight finally. When they quit turning, they're tight. Check this one more time. And Go back to our straight slot. Which is now loose. Nope. And we're tight. When this thing's tight, it bends to like a curve. This retainer plate actually makes a curve shape if you look at it. That's what holds it tight. It bends over the top of the bearing, it folds over as you tighten it. So this you need for lubricating your push rod seal, or not push rod seal. Throwout bearing, which is right here. It's got a slinger, it slings oil up in the air, just kind of catches it and it drops back down. But in reality, it's slinging so much crap in here, it lubricates everything anyway. So where is our gear and parts? Over here. These are 2 gaskets we're going to need. Junk we don't need. Okay, need that. Need those 2 things. Need these 2 things. And a key. Got a lot of crap there we need, don't we? Alright, so that goes like that. That goes on top of there. Do not stretch that spring. The key goes inside of here. This goes right over here. So usually that goes in there first. Okay, we're locked in 2 gears right now, so let's put it over here. Go back in gear again. This is kind of a rectangular shaped key. It's wider than this narrow, so the white part goes down. Goes in there like that. But you gotta make sure you put all this other stuff in there first. You can't put it over top of it. Alright, let's get this back up here out of my way. Down here, see a little bit again. Put some lubricant on there because it will gall up and seize up on you. It doesn't get lubricated until it starts to spin. It doesn't spin right away, but the main shaft does. The main shaft's connected to the clutch. If the motor's running, the main shaft's spinning. This doesn't. So it runs dry. Oh, not muted. Quit hitting things. Okay, you can hold this in there with your fingers. Make sure the key is below the end of the shaft, the end of your taper here. The little titty goes on top where the key is, holds it in. It locks it also. Your nut goes on. Alright. You want to make sure the ratchet gear engages in the ratchet all the way. If the key goes in too far, it can keep from engaging. It won't work. Tight. Just going to put out over 200 foot-pounds of torque, so it'll strip that nut out. So don't go until it quits moving, because it won't quit moving. Okay, when the lock tab does not line up, because we tightened it further than last time. What a shocker. So instead of folding over right here, we can take it out of gear, rotate it around a little ways. And we can put a cold chisel right here and fold it over right here. Start a new spot. Get one with a nice sharp edge on it. And you stick it right in there and knock it over, and then knock it flat within the punch. One hit. Two hit. Now you gotta hold your wedge in there flat against the backside so it peels it over. Whoop. Flat against the backside so it peels the tab over. If you just push straight down, it can cut it. Got to get behind it. And you stick a punch, flat punch, knock it flat. That's all it takes. Alright, that's now knocked flat. See how you put it in there? That's all it takes. And I'll make sure the gear actually works. Put it in gear again. Doesn't go one way, but it goes the other way. See? That way it locks, this way it unlocks. And you can push it with your fingers. Make sure it clears. So that should be all functional. Alright, so this side's pretty well good to go.